Okay folks, this is going to be a short video on getting used to flying quadcopters. It's a brusque day. It's 15 knots, gusting 20. Yesterday was very exciting. There's two rivers of air, one that goes through here, one that starts 20 meters up, which is much faster because it's slowed down. You have to kind of think of air as a river. It is a fluid, and it does move, and it moves much faster sometimes the farther you get up, especially when you get 20 meters or higher around here, because that's how high the trees are. And as you see, I live in Irvine, which has lots of eucalyptus windrows because we have wind here in the afternoon. So I had a magnificent crash of my quad last night. Took me about an hour to put it together. And I'm doing this like a chicken because I will warn you, these things will cut your fingers to the bone. And I have to fly with lights because I'm colorblind and because quads don't have very good attitude. So it's picked up, my receiver's working, everything's working. Crank the timer. I'm doing battery tests now. That's the arming mechanism, and we're going to take off about 50% throttle. This is a 2650 milliamp 3-cell. These things put out a lot of power. Right now I'm flying it with 8-inch props. They're going to be a lot more zippy. Smaller top props are like lower gears. They bite the air faster. They'll accelerate faster. They'll give you better throttle response. They're not as powerful as the 9 inches. So we're not going to play with this too much. But I've got to feed it stick to keep it going. If you're going to play with these, you're going to crash them. Now, I've been flying for a couple of months. I've never touched anything RC before the end of February. Here we go with about a nice 15-mile-an-hour gust. They're not as stable in the wind, but what I'm able to do is take this and fly it to a particular point in space I want to go to. And in a couple of days, when I put my GPS on it, when it arrives here from China, I'll be able to hold right there. It'll hold altitude, hold compass heading. It'll stick right there. And then I can get my photography done, and then I can bring it back home. And that way I don't have to worry about doing photography and flying at the same time because, like I say, I'm a total newbie and I'm not that good at flying. You also have to consider how good you can see. I'm 60 years old. I don't see that well. I can fly this thing out to about the end of that second goalpost, which is about 150 yards away. Beyond 450 feet, I lose the orientation on the axis of the aircraft, and I can't see the lights. I'm also colorblind, so I can't see red or green. But these blue LEDs are plenty bright. But you will get disoriented, you will crash. But these things do amazing things. This will have a camera pod on it that will have a 600 line camera and a 500 megawatt transmitter. And I'll be able to sit here with a pair of goggles and fly it all over the place. Here, I'll go attack this ball. And fly it down there since they're not there. These guys are here every day practicing, so am I. And remember, when this comes back at you, it comes back 20 miles an hour faster than than it went out. So if you don't watch it, it'll come back here at 60 miles an hour, and it'll be over your head. And as soon as it's over your head, all the controls are reversed. And in a wind gust, it's a bitch to hold on to, because it's very windy. I just love flying in the wind, flying backwards, changing controls, and if you don't, you crash. And don't worry, you're going to crash anyway. This thing has 4 motors, 4 circuit boards, a lot of solder joints. It crashes. Okay, starting to get a red light, which means it's probably getting tired of flying. So we'll go over here and put the big battery on it. So ends battery flight number 2. Lots of wind and no crashes.